Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I am in my Zizka, and I just got this with the new trade-in. I think I traded in my ISU 130, and if you took advantage of the trade-in early yesterday, or early on Tuesday, you actually could get gold back if you traded in like a higher tier tank for a lower tier tank. And then they change that throughout the day, so then you can only get let's say if you're trying to get the Zizka now, you trade in an IC 130, you're just gonna get it for free. Whereas when I traded mine in, I got like 900 gold back, something like that. I can't remember. I traded 3 tanks in. Alright, so obviously since I got this tank yesterday and I don't play low tier a lot, I haven't played a lot of games in this thing. What do I think about this tank? Well, let me tell you the reason I got it. First of all, I've never come across a Zizka where I was like, oh my god, I need that tank. But Czechoslovakia doesn't have a crew trainer, or I guess doesn't have a tier 8 premium tank. So I really haven't worked too much on my tier 10 Czech driver in my TVP 5051. So since I don't play my ISU 130 and I could get the Zizka and get 900 gold back, I figured, what the hey, I'm gonna maybe work on my TVP driver. So I'm using 10 times crew XP boost to see how much actual percentage my driver will go up in the battle, and using the Zizka with my TVP driver, which is pretty good crew. But it is my worst, like, crew for a nation. What I mean by that is, like, each nation I have has a really good crew or multiple crews. But even, like, my Polish line, since I had the 50 TP Proto, that crew is pretty solid. Trying to think. My Japanese crew, I have 2 good crews. Chinese is a little watered down, but I definitely have 3 solid crews for China. Nonetheless, the difference is I have tier 8 premium tanks for every single nation but Czechoslovakia. And they don't actually have a tier 8 premium tank, which I've gave suggestions to Wargaming, and I'll be honest, I'm not like a big voice by any means, so they probably are just like, okay, little kid or clown, you can stop bothering us, we'll do what we want. No, I don't know how that goes. I just imagine that's how it goes in my head. Alright, so real quick, getting into the game, we're on Swamp, which is one of my favorite maps, and this big top realizes that I'm in a powerful position, so he's going to try to dig me out. That's a tier 7 medium tank. And I just used the terrain to slowly fall back. He took damage as he went across from my teammates, which helped me out. I set him on fire and destroy him. So it's a decent start to the game. When it comes to assault matches, to me it's pretty much getting pushed out ahead of your team without really putting yourself in a bad situation. So like, have a backup plan. And my plan is to fall down the K line if they end up pushing on me. And I do have a lot of support, so I should be okay here. Alright, so my crew before this game was at 22% on its skill that I'm working on. And after this game, it jumps up to 32%. Which I'm like, gosh, that just doesn't feel like a lot, because when I was training my Polish crew with times 10 crew XP boost, it jumped significantly each game. So then I put him in my TVP, put him back in the TVP, played a game with a 10 times crew XP boost, and he actually jumped, I think it was 4% in a loss. I can double check that once I get done with the match here. So do I think this is worth it? Well, I don't think it's a very good crew trainer. I do think it's an okay tier 6 medium tank, but I don't know when I would prefer this medium tank over other tier 6 medium tanks. The vision to camo is actually pretty excellent. The gun's pretty punchy, but you kind of wish it had an autoloader of some sorts just to go with the Czech line. Let's see what else. It gets heat shells, which is fantastic. And just the way this turret is angled, I don't know. I feel like I get a lot of bounces on this thing, which is incredible because I'm pretty sure it's paper thin. So matchup wise, it's a tier 7 match, and really the only tier 7s that I seen were the big top that I killed in the FE201. Now we've cleaned up the 890, so what's left is going to be in the middle, and I'm going to move up to the middle to try to get vision out. So this tank has good vision to camo, and with the binoculars it makes it even better. Like I said, this is a good crew. It's got pretty much the basics. You can see I get the T29 spotted and the Plague Bringer. And actually, I didn't spot the Plague Bringer. Pretty sure I spotted the T29, but I did not spot the Plague Bringer. His camo's too good, I think. But I get that T29 tracked. I get all the tracking damage for him, which is fantastic. Now I'm just trying to get unspotted because after he died, I was still detected. Once again, I don't have 6th Sense on my TVP driver, and it goes a lot aligned with my STB driver. It's just something that when I started playing, I didn't really worry too much about 6th Sense because I would have rather had other skills, but I highly suggest that everybody get 6th Sense. It just gives you an advantage on the battlefield. Especially at end game. If you don't want 6th Sense and go about the game like I did, I would suggest that you still make sure you got it in your scouts for sure. Probably your glass cannon mediums and your glass cannon tank destroyers. But anything heavily armored that you're going to be close combat fighting probably doesn't need 6th Sense, because you know when you're spotted. Like if there's a tank 10 feet away from you fighting you, you know that you're going to be spotted on the map. Alright, so that was a lot of babbling, but I kind of wanted to, I've put a lot of hate on the Zizka, and now I have the opportunity to try it out, and I got some gold in return for a premium tank that I never played. And what do I think about Zizka? Well, to be honest, I think it's a formidable tank. I've played 5 battles, and I aced it on the 5th match. In this match, I did 2,500 damage, 1,000 assisted, tier 6, that's fantastic. I got an ace tanker, and you see in a 7 match, I pretty much carried it for my team here. Highest damage in the game. And I don't think I've had a bad game in this tank. It's definitely a support medium. It's not very fast, but it's not slow. To me, it kind of reminds me of the Purging. It's good at everything, but it's not great at anything. Alright, so this is what happened. I put him in the Zizka. We ran a game with 10 times crew XP boost. He was at 22, he went up to 32 after I aced that tank. And then from 32 to 37 in my TVP. And now you can say, well, Derek, Mustard, that's a pretty good game. However, it was a defeat. So I did 4,200 damage, 758 assisted. I was best on the team, but I only did 700, or I got 780 XP, 2340 with the boosters that's going on right now. So if I win, I feel like I'm going to do more than 10%. So the rest of my 10% crew XP boosters are going to be in the TVP, and I will probably get more done that way. As far as Zizka goes, I think it's a fun tank. I prefer tier 6 mediums over it, and it doesn't really serve as a good crew trainer if you own the TVP, so I wouldn't suggest it to anyone. And that's my take. I'll quit babbling. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.